In this video, I'm going to show you one of the best videos, if not the best video for increasing sales to your business. And I'm talking about case study videos. We recently created a case study video for our business, and within a week, we've booked 4 calls and secured 2 new projects. And that's without having any sort of meaningful social media presence. I've got less than 100 subscribers on YouTube and about 1,000 followers on LinkedIn. So these 2 new projects are worth £4,000 and £6,000 and they have a much higher potential lifetime value. So what I'm going to show you works for all types of offers, especially those that are higher value. And the crazy thing is that the video that has secured us these 2 projects has less than 100 views. So how can that be? Because the only people that are watching this video are going to be your ideal clients. So people who want what you're selling and they want to see the results that you can get. It's more important that you get 100 views from your ideal clients than 10,000 views from complete randomers. So keep this in mind, your videos probably won't get a ton of views to begin with, but every view will be so valuable. Videos work so well because no matter how good our service is, it'll take a while for a stranger to completely trust us and then actually buy from us. So we need to build up that trust. The quickest way to build trust is to show results that we can get with real life examples. People need to see that you've got results for other people before they fully trust you, especially if you offer a premium high-ticket service. So it's so important to collect social proof, whether that's written reviews or testimonial videos. It validates the claims that we make. People don't just buy from companies that claim results, but they buy from companies that can prove results. So social proof is everything. Case study videos are also just much more trustworthy and authentic than written reviews because it's a lot harder to fake them. I mean, you could hire an actor, but that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Don't do that. And because case study videos are so visual, they reveal the passion and emotion. If structured in the right way, the viewer should be able to empathize with the person in the video and see themselves as capable of getting the same results. Let's talk about the mindset that a customer actually needs to be in before they buy from you. Now, for simplicity's sake, let's say there's 3 stages of awareness that a customer typically goes through before they buy from you. First is problem aware. They recognize that they have a problem. Then there's solution aware. They understand that there's a solution that exists to fix the problem. And then we have most aware. They believe that you are the best choice and they're ready to book a call. People just discovering your content and watching your videos are typically in the solution aware stage. They know solutions exist, but they haven't chosen one yet, and they may not fully understand your offer and exactly how you can help them. At this stage, prospects have 4 key questions that we need to answer. What do you actually do? What kind of results can I get? Have you done this for people like me? How much work is involved on my end? So for a case study video to be really effective, we need to answer all 4 of these questions and take potential customers from solution aware, I know there's a fix for my problem, to most aware, I want to work with you specifically. The success of the videos comes down to having the right structure and plan going into them. So here's the exact questions you need to ask no matter what field or niche you're in. Before jumping into the interview, start off with a very brief introduction of who you're with, the company they work for and their job role, like you would hear on a podcast. Something like, hey, it's Jack and I'm here with Brian, the founder of 123 Agency. Then move on to the questions. Your customers should do the majority of the speaking in the video. Your role is to simply lead them. Okay, so here's the questions to ask your customers. Can you describe your business and what you do? Can you share where you were before and after working with us in terms of revenue and growth? Can you describe your process before working with us? What was the main challenges you faced? Can you describe the time commitment required from your end during our collaboration? Based on the results so far, where do you see your business in the next 6 to 12 months? Do you have any misconceptions about our business and our process? Were you surprised by the results you got from working with us? And if somebody was on the fence about working with us, what would you tell them? And finally, any final thoughts you'd like to tell the viewer that we've not covered. So the questions highlighted in yellow are the ones that can potentially give us the intro hooks for the video, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that in a minute. Now, the reason we ask the juicy revenue and growth questions so early on is because if people were only going to watch the first 30 seconds of the interview, they'll still take away the big results that you got for them. And that may be all you need to turn a viewer into a customer. Another option we like to do is if there's a part of the interview that has a great soundbite, we like to put that at the start of the video. And this makes for a great hook. And there's typically 2 types of hooks that we want to use in our case study videos. We have pain-based hook. For example, we were 2 months away from shutting our doors. And we have revenue hooks. For example, last year our monthly turnover was £10,000. After working with you guys, we're now consistently hitting £30,000 a month. By putting this soundbite at the start of the video, it opens up a story loop and entices viewers to listen and find out more about how you did it or how you helped your customer turn their business around. Think about top channels like Diary of a CEO. They do this at the beginning of every podcast, making you aware of the juicy information that is going to be within the interview, and it makes you stick around because you want to hear what they have to say. The rest of the questions are fairly interchangeable, but we've found that this order works really well, so there isn't much need to change it. But be prepared to go off script if your customer is close to giving away some great details, but they haven't quite revealed what you're looking for, especially if it's related to pain points or revenue. Make sure to get those sound bites. And as it's not live, you can edit the video. If your client takes too long to get to the point or meanders on, you can politely ask them to say it again in fewer words. Once you have your interview and you've picked out the hook, the only other bit of editing you really need to do is cut down any parts that aren't relevant or take a while to get to the point. You don't need any fancy editing or over-the-top graphics. The same goes for your thumbnail. Don't overcomplicate it. For your thumbnail, all you really need to do is have a super simple split screen of you and the interviewee and maybe some revenue numbers, keeping it nice and clear. Something like this. Alternatively, if you don't have clear revenue numbers, pull out a pain statement like you did in the hook. So I told you at the start of the video I would tell you how you can easily record case studies yourself without fancy equipment. Now, of course, if you want a more polished video that adds professionalism, you can hire a video production company to help you film the video. But this isn't always necessary, and it's the results and your customer's endorsement which is far more important than the quality of the video. Another factor is if you sell something online, then most of your customers could be all around the world, and it's not possible to go and meet them in person with a full film crew. So the best, quickest and cheapest method to film your case study video is an online interview. Now, I don't recommend you use Zoom, Teams or even Google Meet. These are all fine but slightly unreliable in terms of recording quality. Instead, you should use Riverside FM. Riverside records both people on the call individually. It means that you have a higher quality audio and video recording. It isn't the end of the world if you do use Zoom, but it's likely that your guests' audio and video won't be as good as yours, and they're the ones that people really want to hear from. I'll leave a link to Riverside in the description. There's a free option which will be good enough for most people. Now, before I tell you how to get your video in front of your ideal customers, I want to answer a common problem that I hear a lot from business owners. They often say, I don't think my clients would want to appear on camera and give a testimonial. Now, to be honest, this just simply isn't the case. If you're actually getting results for your clients and you have a good relationship with them, then they'll be more than happy to help. Very few people actually say no because it's just a Zoom call. It's something that the majority of people do every day. Most people won't mind doing it. However, if they are being a little hesitant, you can incentivize them with a discount on your service or throw in a couple of freebies. These videos are such an important asset that it's worth the cost of a discount, as they're going to likely get you more clients. So now you have the most powerful sales asset you can make. How do you actually use it? How do you actually get the right people to see it? The first place is to post your video on your YouTube channel. Of course, if you're just starting out on YouTube and you don't have a lot of followers, we need to be more proactive getting the video out there. So put your case study video on your landing page and your sales page on your website. Remember, it's the people close to buying from you that will watch these videos, so make sure that people can easily find them. Too many people make the mistake of burying their social proof away at the bottom of their page, or even worse, put it on its own separate web page that nobody will ever click through to. Put it front and center and show prospective customers that you actually get people results. Next, put it wherever else you have a social media presence. Currently, my main source of new clients comes from LinkedIn. It's where most of my customers are. So I post my case study videos and pin the best ones to my profile page. So when someone looks at my profile, it'll be front and center. Next, the place where you'll see incredible results sharing your case study video is your email list. You should be sending out these case studies to everybody on your list. For instance, Charlie Morgan pretty much exclusively sends case studies to his list, and it makes him millions of pounds a month. Finally, and one of my most used methods, is to send your best case studies to people who have engaged with you but have gone cold. It happens to every business owner. A potential client reaches out showing genuine interest in your services. The call feels like it went really well, but then you're ghosted. They disappear off the face of the earth like they were never really there. So now I follow up with one of these case study videos that highlights the results that we've achieved for clients on similar projects, and the response rate has been pretty incredible. So once you've built up a few case studies, you can just keep sending them out to your clients until you get a reply. And Best case, you get a client, and worst case, they tell you they're no longer interested and you don't need to waste any more time and resources chasing them down. Now, building these case study videos is an ongoing strategy. With every successful client project, make sure that you make another case study video. The more of these that you create, the longer you stay in business, the more perfect fit case studies you'll have. This means you can easily show a potential customer interviews that directly match their situation. Once you have one perfect case study, the only thing better is lots of them. Now, there are people with tiny YouTube channels using this method to close more deals and make more money than influencers with 500,000 subscribers. So start using them, no excuses. These interviews are easy to create and they deliver insane value. And this is just one part of a bigger system to bring in consistent customers to your business. So if you want to see how to turn these videos into a repeatable system that bring in new clients every single week, then watch this video here.